Welcome to VAK'S lecture. In our previous video, we have discussed about the secondary memory and some secondary storage devices. Now, in this video, we will discuss some more secondary storage devices. Already we know that secondary storage devices are used to store the data permanently. Now, in this video, we will discuss about magnetic disk, optical disk, pendrive, and memory card. Magnetic disk. It is a flat disk. It is covered with magnetic coating to store the information. It can store large amount of data, but data accessing rate is very slower than the main memory. But the modification of the data, deletion of the data is very easy when compared to the magnetic tapes. The surface of the disk is divided into number of tracks and sectors. If you observe the picture, in that yellow color part represents tracks and red color part represents sectors. Here the data can be stored on these tracks and sectors. And also data can be stored on both the sides of the disk. We can access the data in a random manner by using these magnetic disks. That means we can access the data directly. There is no need to follow the sequential order. In the given example, we have 5 files. By using magnetic disk, we can access any file directly. After choosing the first file, you may access the file 4 also. So, we can access in random manner only. No need to follow any sequential order. Advantages. The main advantage is using the random access property. It can be used to store large volume of data also. There are very less possibilities to corrupt or to damage the data on this disk when compared to the tapes. And also we can reuse these. That means along with the old data, the new data can be stored. There is no loss of previous data. Disadvantages. These are expensive ones than the magnetic tapes. We need clean and dust-free environment to store the data. These disks are divided into two types, floppy disk, hard disk. Floppy disk. A floppy disk has a magnetic coating on it. It is placed inside a protective plastic envelope. These are one of the oldest storage devices. It is capable to store the data up to 1.44 MB, that means nearly 100 pages of one document file. It is cheaper than other storage devices. And by using these, we can move the data from one system to another system. And also the data can be accessed directly. There is no need of sequential order. But nowadays these are not in usage. Hard disk. The hard disk consists of set of disks that are stacked together. Here the data is stored except top and bottom disks. This is made up of number of plotters. Each plotter consists of number of tracks and sectors which are used to store the data. Optical disk. By using these optical disks, we can store more data and we can access the data directly also. Basing upon the data storage and accessing the data, these optical disks are somewhat different from the magnetic disks. Here the data is stored in spiral form. You can observe the spiral form here. And we have the popular optical storage devices, CD and DVD. CD, compact disc. These are very cheap in cost. These can store up to 700 MB of data. These can insert in CPU CD drive, which is built inside the CPU cabinet. In this we have three types, cd-rom, CD recordable and CD rewritable. cd-rom. It uses laser technology to read and write the data onto the disk. Once the data is stored, that data becomes permanent. The data storage can be done at the time of manufacturing only. For example, in olden days, if you want to install any software in our computer, by using CD-ROMs, They are used to install the softwares. We can't do any modifications on this data. CD recordable. By using this type of CD, we can write the data only once. We cannot delete the data and also we cannot change the data. But we can access the data number of times. CD rewritable. By using these, we can write the data and also we can overwrite the data. Number of times we can do the modifications. DVD, digital video display. In this also we have three types: DVD-ROM, DVD recordable, DVD rewritable. All these are same as CD only. Then what's the difference between these two? The main difference between these two is by using DVD, we can compress the data. DVD is having 15 times of high storage capacity than the CD. That means it is capable of store the data up to 4.7 GB to 17 GB of data. Pendrive. It is a solid state storage that consists of flash memory with USB. These USBs are removable and rewritable. These are very small in size, so we can carry these very easily from one place to another. These are having 1000 times of storage capacity than all other storage devices. USB drives are commonly used for storage, data backup, and transferring the files between devices. Memory cards. Memory card is a solid-state electronic data storage device which is used widely in personal computers and in other electronic devices. For example, digital cameras, MP3 players, cell phones, printers, etc. consist of these memory cards. These are small in size and uses the flash memory. These can store digital files on a wide range of portable devices. These require a very less power and having high storage capacity also. So this is about the secondary storage devices.